Have a conversation like
Yeah,
that.
well, like we doing now.
To another edition of Yacht Life Chronicles, where we are better together than separated. We have two entrepreneurs in the black community, Saginaw, Michigan. They've been around for quite a long time, you know. We have Dre here, we have Terry here. He's located right here on Genesee. What's the name of your shop, Terry?
Community Auto and Tire.
Community Auto and Tire. What's the name of your business, Dre?
Brother Arthur's Fishing More.
Brother Arthur's Fishing More. And we wanted to talk to you guys about economics, black businesses. Why is it so important to build up our own economy in our black communities? You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Why is it so important for us to support each other? You know, why is it so important for us to take the scarcity things in the world and that's we can get our hands on and take that input and somehow turn it to an output and make it into a business. You know, so let's start with you, Terry. When did you first learn, man, to make a profit, to be able to take some scarce things in society, man, and be able to make it into an output?
Well, it's funny. I mean, mine started early. I was blessed with both parents, mom and dad. And what they did, that was one of their main things, is teaching us about finance early on. And when you sitting and listening to grown people that's teaching you about finance, you see what I'm saying? They teaching you about finance. What our parents did with us when we was in the 4th and 5th grade, man, they gave us allowance, right? This was our routine on Saturday. We got up in the morning, we cleaned the house. We had to be at the bank down the street before 12. It was Second National Day,
Right.
by 12 o'clock. We got allowances. We got $15 or whatever it was back then. My parents gave us checkbooks. We had checkbooks, so we put $5 in the account. She taught us how to balance and things like that. See, the financial literacy is what got me started into being to the point where I want to learn about commerce and profit and stuff like that. So it started early with me. And then I went through some things in life that taught me life skills and how to get by too, which I don't want to, you know, that was the old me.
Right.
Yes.
But what I'm saying that at a certain point in time you had to learn, you came to the agreement with yourself that you had to learn a life skill.
Right on.
You know what I'm saying? And you had to take that life skill and put it into the ecosystem and make it work for you. You know what I'm saying? So when was the first time, man, that you said to yourself, man, when was that life skill helped you morph into a business? It
was funny because what happened was I went up to a dealership to talk to somebody. And when I was in there, I had a suit on because I just left a classmate's funeral, right? And I had a suit on. So when I walked in, the manager that ran the place asked me if I wanted the job.
Right.
Just asked me right off the bat. I said, yeah. He said, can you sell? I said, I can sell anything.
Right.
And what he did, this is the honest truth. His name is Mike Snyder. It's the honest guy truth. He gave me a drug paper and told me to go to St. Mary's Hospital around the corner on Mackinac and take the drug test. And he said, when your drug test come back, I'll let you know. My drug test came back 2 days later. He said, if you want to work, you got the job. Now, I did it. I only went to challenge myself because I really didn't want a job. Okay?
Right. You went to challenge yourself.
Right.
To see
I wanted
if you
to
had
challenge myself.
Okay.
I knew I was a people person. But once I got there and started, there's nothing better than generating your own income, man.
Right.
And even though I work at a dealership, it was still the work that I put into it that dictate what money I made.
Right.
So if you have a product that needs to be addressed, right? If you have a product that the people want, you're going to make profit. As long as it's feasible, your word is good.
Exactly.
Your word is more important than anything.
Your word is more important
Your
than
word
anything when
is
it comes
more
to products,
to
right?
products. Your word is more important than anything.
And I want to ask you this question. How many relationships that you have with people that's outside of personal relationships, but just based on pricing and products? Y'all just deal with each other on business. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, man.
Because a lot of times in business, we don't have a lot of personal relationships.
Mm-hmm.
We have a lot of relationships with people based on price and
Mm-hmm.
based on
Mm-hmm.
products
Mm-hmm.
and, you know, things being sent in, man. So I wanted you to talk to us a little bit, man, about the people that you have these kind of relationships with.
Well, it's kind of hard to do that because the majority of the people that I was dealing with in the car business are the same people that come here, and their kids and they.
Right.
You know, they parents and you know what I mean. They
Right.
all come in. They all come in here. But
Right.
what I did was, hold on, Pat. But what I did was, the people that come in here now, I make sure I go and talk to them.
Right.
Thanks. Even if we
Right.
put an air in their tire, because that first impression is the key to all of it.
And then they want to feel, and then as a customer, we want to feel appreciated
Absolutely.
when we come to business.
Absolutely.
And I want to talk to Dre for a minute. And Dre, because it seemed like now today, man, just management just seemed like when we go in different businesses now, the service is not what it used to be. You know, everybody is aiming for these jobs, want a job, but they're not putting up the performance skill that really makes them qualified to have the job when I come in here and I get my service. You know, I'm getting bad service. You know, the energy is not there. The performance is not what it's supposed. Well, so I want to ask you, what is going on, man? Why do you think the business structure, as far as the management, is going down?
I think a lot of that starts at home. Because at home, you have to be taught to respect your elders. You have to be taught to look people in the eye when you talk to them.
Right.
You have to be taught to be polite.
Right.
So if you're not taught that at home, when you get out in the world, then you bring whatever you picked up. So when we go in these places and people looking like, you know, they having a bad day or the world falling down on them,
They bring that
they
same
bring
attitude to
that,
the
they
job.
bring that in there. So
Right.
they don't understand that it goes a long way. If I'm having a bad day and I come into your establishment and you say, hey, how you doing today?
Right.
You know, that might be the one little thing to lift me up for that moment. 'Cause
Exactly.
somebody asked me how I was doing. You know what
right.
I'm saying? Regardless if we doing business or not. But
Right. But just that little spark asking you
Yeah.
how you doing when you
Exactly.
didn't have a bad day.
Right.
So how important is that, man, when you come into work, when you come into your job, man, to be able to drop that attitude off at the door and come in and perform at your job?
I think
And knowing how to compartmentalize your attitude from your workplace.
That's a great question.
I think it's crucial. I think it's crucial because it allows the business to grow.
Right.
It gives the business a better reputation. Prime example, Chick-fil-A.
Right.
If you go to Chick-fil-A, everybody in Chick-fil-A is happy. They upbeat.
Right.
You never have a bad experience
Right.
at Chick-fil-A.
Chick-fil-A, yeah.
Never.
Right.
And it always brings you back. And as you can see their testament, they always got a line around the building.
Yeah, they do.
You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? So that's a true testament on their customer service.
Yeah.
As well as the product that they put out.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good point.
Right.
That's a good point.
And the thing about having good customer service is that, you know, you can be charging me $20 for this certain thing, right? But I'm getting bad service.
Right.
And the person down the street can be charging me $40, but giving me good service. Sometimes a person would rather go spend the extra money just to get that good service. Because here it is, I'm paying you money, and even though it's a cheaper price, but you're not giving me the service that I need. You're
Well,
not
the appreciation. You know, if I spend my money with you, I want to feel appreciated.
right.
You know, because I don't have to come in here. You know, I
Right.
choose to come in here and at least make me feel like I'm
Appreciated.
appreciated.
Like
Making
my-
your life better.
My
Exactly.
daughter, excuse me.
Go ahead.
My daughter, she says this all the time. She always says, "You pay for the experience. You paying for the experience." So, if I learned when I got in the car business to know somebody. When you introducing yourself, to remember their name.
Right.
To remember their name. So the next, if you saying their name back and forth, that makes make it personal
Right.
with them. So when they come in, you may not remember the name the next time they come, but you'll say, "What was your name again?" And then when you practice it, it becomes you. It becomes
Right.
who you are. "Hey, how you doing, Andre? Good to see you, brother." They paying for the experience. They don't care about the price at that point, so to speak.
Right.
But they care about the experience. you spending your money, man. I just want you to know I appreciate you, bro. And if anything I can do for you, just let me know.
Exactly.
The experience.
The experience.
The experience.
Man. So at the end of the day, you know, we gotta pay for that experience.
You got to pay for the experience.
And like I say, with most of these black businesses in Saginaw, you know, it's hard to keep a black business alive. How long you been in business, Dre?
12 years.
How long you been in business?
This is my 4th year.
This your 4th year.
4th year, yeah.
Dre, when you
got the money from
when you first started out,
Johnson.
And
Yo,
first, you at the inception of your business, man, how hard was it just to be able to get that off the ground? Go ahead.
Well, I was fortunate to be able to buy into a business that was already thriving, that already had a reputation in the name.
Okay.
So it was like I kind of walked into something. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? So I really didn't have the problems that
Right.
most startups had. You know what
Right,
I'm saying?
okay.
Because it was already had a following and a
okay.
foundation to stand on.
Okay.
I just had to go in, really be there and make sure the day-to-day ran
Right.
accordingly.
Right.
And
So with this business already being established, and you taking your DNA and your uniqueness and putting on it to enhance the business, you know, how that work out?
it worked out good because I'm still here. You know what I'm saying?
You still in business.
I'm still in business, and I'd like to joke. I joke with Terry a lot. He had a lot to do with my drive and my push. Because one day
Car right here.
he had
He coming back.
me and him was in the car. We was riding, and he thinking about it now. We was riding down the street, and he took me to this block out here in Buena Vista. He showed me 6 houses on one side, duplexes. 6 houses on the other side, duplexes.
Right.
And he looked on both sides. He said, "You know what? I own this whole block."
Yep. That's a true
He
statement.
owned all them houses on that one block, and I never knew anybody that has ever done that.
Right.
So that right there made me feel like it gave me the hope that
Right.
I could do something just as good, if not better. It gave me
Right.
hope that it's another way
That
to make
inspiration.
it. Yeah. So it showed me another way outside of the life that I was living at the time. That
Right.
you could be successful. You just got to put in the work.
Work.
The drive.
Yeah.
And you gotta have that faith, and you gotta have that belief
Definitely gotta
system
have
built
God
up
first.
in yourself.
You got to have God
You
first.
know.
You know though, man, we all unique in our own way.
Yeah.
And once you understand your uniqueness,
Mm.
there's value in your uniqueness.
Yeah.
Right?
We was just talking about that.
Yeah, you can sell if you have. We all blessed with it. Some people let fear stop them. Some people just don't have the resources to do things on their own. But we all. None of our fingerprints are the same.
Right. None of our DNA can be
None of our
duplicated.
DNA can be duplicated.
Yeah.
So we all have a unique quality about us,
Right.
man.
And once we put that unique quality onto some, as far as like developing a business, as far as like putting our brand together, you never know how far you can take it,
Absolutely.
guys. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
To my viewers out there, you know, these men been in business for quite some time. You know what I'm saying? They pillars in the community, they
Right on.
pillars in the neighborhood.
Right on.
And they over here and they building their own ecosystem. They building their own economy. You know, and they making jobs for other people, and they help paving the way in the community as to what Dre was just saying. The inspiration when Terry took him by and he owned all them houses. You know what I'm saying? Terry, how important, man, is it for us to own real estate, man? Own and have property.
That's the most important thing.
That's the most important
That is
thing.
the most important thing, is to own whatever you can own. And again, man, some people don't have that fortunate situation to be, but hard work, man. I mean, it's some things fall in your lap. When you work hard, some things just fall in your lap.
Right.
And then when you have good character,
Right.
good characters,
See?
good characters sometimes.
We was just talking about
Yeah.
that, putting out that good energy.
Yeah, people bring.
back to you.
Yeah, people will bring things to you when you have good character. They bring things to you, bro. And
Right.
and you know, to me, it's about vibration, man. It's about vibe. It really is, because I don't want anybody that think they can't come in here
Right.
and ask me for help.
Right.
That's what we supposed to do.
Right.
It's supposed to be about that.
Exactly.
You
So
see-
you just not one of those behind the counter,
Oh, no.
behind the desk, sit down type
No.
of guy. You very active in the parking lot, active
in the
helping,
community. I
in-
give back. We do, and see, it's important for us too to take care of our neighborhood.
Right.
See, we too long. I'm gonna leave that alone. we can't depend on churches no more.
Right. Right.
We in our neighborhood,
Right.
and I can only speak for what I do,
Right.
for what my wife and I in Community Auto do. We buy school clothes for kids in our this neighborhood over here, because I grew up on Harold Street.
Right.
Single mothers, we take care of them. I just put a post on Facebook today. The single mothers with kids, we've been doing it since we've been here.
Mm-hmm.
People in this neighborhood, if your kids need something, you can't afford it, Community Auto and Terry Reed and Valerie Reed to take care of that.
Wow.
And what's been crazy about it though, is that we have so many people, bro. Now my wife and I, we don't ask nobody for a dime.
Right.
Not a dime. They bring the money up here and say, hey Terry, we see what you're doing. Here, take this money and do something with these kids. And we hold ourselves accountable. We get the money, we tell them how much it is, we get the cards, put the money on the cards. There's a young lady, I won't call her name, had 4 or 5 kids that stay a few blocks from here. Every year we make sure we take care of her.
Right.
We make sure of that because
so
she's
he's very
trying.
involved in the community.
Yeah, that's what
Very.
you got to do in your area.
Right.
You take care of your area will take care of you, man.
Right.
And that's how it
and with you, Dre, you know, you take care of a lot of people in the community too, because when we hungry, we gotta go get some of that fish.
Yes,
you know what I'm
sir.
saying? So you gotta take care of a lot of stomachs, man. How important?
It's important, and like you said, the helping out the community.
Right.
You know, me and my wife, we do a philanthropy thing.
Mm-hmm.
You know, in this, we don't look for like him. We don't look for nothing in return.
Right.
We just
from
do
the
it. A
heart.
lot of times we just do things out of
love.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna say in secret, but
Right.
we do it and we don't want you to know we did.
Right,
You know what I'm
right,
saying? I'm
right.
gonna bring it to you, give it to you, and
Right.
I don't
No
need the
ulterior
accolades.
motive.
I don't
Right.
need the accolades for it. I don't need you to,
Yeah.
you
I
know,
got you.
Right.
put it out there. And I think with to piggyback off what he said with the churches, I think that growing up, they set a standard.
Right.
Somewhere along the line, I guess it was
Yeah.
left for us to pick it up and carry it on. So from what he said, it sounds like we picking it up, carrying it on without looking to them.
Without looking to the church.
For our
Right.
aid and
Yeah.
assistance, we just saying, hey,
We'll do it.
we'll do it.
right.
You know, and we trying to make it
Right.
And
best
bro-
way we can.
Go ahead.
And you know, before you came in here, me and Dre was talking. We was talking about consistency over time. In order to gain people trust and understanding and say, hey, we gonna support, you got to constantly and consistently be in these people's face, doing what you say you gonna do. And at some point, they gonna jump on bandwagon. Oh, we know we can trust Terry. We know we can trust Dre because
They consistent.
Exactly.
that people need to see consistency. I'll give you an example. We did that march. We ain't done nothing since. We ain't done nothing since.
Mm-hmm.
But yet still, we want the violence to stop. We want the whatever.
Yeah.
But we
wanna
do it
change.
one time,
Yeah.
and we want to change. But we do it one time and stop. You got to stay consistent, man.
Yeah.
And it's got to start with one individual. If you think about it, every shift change in the world started with one person's idea.
Yeah.
Not a group,
Not
one
a group,
person.
one person.
One person.
Mhm.
One person. So if we take the helm, you and I, the three of us, if we decided today we're gonna take the helm, we're gonna take over our neighborhoods, we're gonna do. They might not be this year, it might not be next year, but people are gonna jump on board. Yeah.
Right.
We just got to be consistent in what we're doing, and our hearts got to be unique to the situation.
Exactly.
Because if your heart's not unique to the situation,
Right.
you only gonna do it for a short time.
Right. Having that passion tied
You got
into
to have
your
the passion.
dream.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Because
Absolutely.
what's in your heart is gonna come out.
Yeah,
You know,
absolutely.
both of these guys, philanthropists, and they very interpersonal with their customers.
Yeah.
And we don't have a lot of that no more. You know what I'm saying? We being treated like, you know, trash. I mean, being treated like, you know, treated like shit. And that's the thing about having a person that with a genuine heart, having a person with a genuine spirit, is that that person cares. You know what I'm saying? They come from around the desk, come from around these counters, and they meet you at the door. They greet you. They in their parking lots, and you know what I'm saying? Different things of this nature. So you know, for any business owner out there that's up and coming, you can learn a lot from you can learn a lot from Dre and Terry today.
Thank
You know what I'm saying? Any Dre, what would you say to any up and coming business owner, man, that's, you know, thinking about starting that business, man, and getting to the position you at?
Don't give up.
Don't give up.
Don't give up. Keep on pushing. If you can wake up every day, that's another chance to make it.
Right. Just being able to wake up every day, another chance to make it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, and I mean, I know in business, you know, you have some downfalls, you have some adversities, you have some difficulties that you're going to go through.
Yeah.
But like Terry just told us, consistency is the key. Just stay consistent. Sometimes you might go bank. I mean, you might go in debt starting a business, but it's got to be something that you believe in. As long as it's something that you believe in, it's something that you would consistently stick to. You know, and we gotta, you know, because Terry spoke on a lot of things that are going on in the younger generation, and you know, the thing about my podcast is that I try to get good energy, good vibes out there to people, you know, and we got a lot of loose thinking, a lot of loose behavior, like a lot of just erratic thinking, you know what I'm saying, when it comes to the youth. And I just want to be able to, you know, because you guys set a hell of a standard.
Thank
you know what I'm saying? You set a hell of a standard for the youth. But do you guys think it's going to take more than that? What do you think it's going to take? Because we don't have enough recreation centers. You know, there's not enough stimuli within the community for the youth to be stimulated with. You know, when I was growing up, I had Houghton School. We had the Miss Mershon pool. You know, so when we get out of school or whatever, summertime, we at the Miss Mershon pool. Then the recreation will pull up with the lunches, and we jump out the pool. Go to the gym, get us a lunch, you know, and eat that, and then go back in the pool. You know, we actually probably could have been swimmers, you know what I'm saying, if we'd have stayed consistent with it. You know, but as growing up, you know, there was a lot of things for us to do, you know what I'm saying? There was a lot of, you know, Trinity, you had the First War. I mean, you had a lot of things to do for the kids, and it just seemed like those type of playgrounds and those type of fun for the kids is evaporating. You know what I'm saying? So what is it that we can do to fill in the void of these different lack of recreation centers and lack of inspiration in the young people's life?
I can answer that because I think about it a lot.
Right.
You know, first and foremost, a kid wants to be told he's proud, somebody's proud of him. I'm proud of you. Do this. You keep doing that, and you keep doing this. And it's funny, man, because I can only speak of me. So when young kids come in here with their parents, especially young boys, hey, where your report card? What you get on your report card? And they'll say, well, I got A's and B's. Okay, bring me that report card. Bring me that report card, and I'm going to pay you for every A you got on that report card. He know I did his grant. Don't I do that? For every A you get on your report card, you got money coming.
And they working for something. Now they earning.
They earn.
Right.
It's crazy. I started doing that when we first got here. Because in my mind, I knew what I wanted to create here. Right. I knew what I wanted to create here. So that was a part of it. So when the kids come in with their report cards, hey, Mr. Terry, it was just a kid last Saturday. I got my report card, but it's months old, but he wanted me to see that report card. He wanted me to see that report card, right? Again, that goes back to consistency and giving them positive reinforcement for the good that they doing. Even a grown man like us want to hear we doing a good job.
Right, you're right.
So if we
need that validation.
Yeah, so even if we don't have the rec centers and the group centers and stuff like that, you got a building across the street here. If you make it a place for them to go in and do like training for to job interviews, kids want stuff like that. They want something that's gonna build them up, man. And that's all. And then you can see I'm passionate about kids, man. But that's
right.
just.
And then it's like when they don't have anything to do, when they don't have that education to fill in them gaps and the voids in their life, then they do a lot of other shit, a lot of street shit.
Yeah. For accolades.
Exactly.
And they ain't ready for it.
Right. And being in this social media area, and being in this Wi-Fi area, you know, they call it clout. You know, they doing everything for clout, man. So, you know, the era, man, when you growed up, Dre, you know what I'm saying? Because I know you had a tumultuous childhood when you grew up, man. Like, how did you get disciplined, man? From when you made your crossover from the streets to the business world, man, and, became an entrepreneur. What was the kind of discipline that you implemented within yourself, man, so we can help another young guy
It's
out
like
there?
what you said with the recreations and stuff.
Mhm.
See, when we came up, we had all those places to go.
Right.
So they taught us everything. They taught us
Right,
board games. They
Yeah.
taught us how to play basketball. They
Yeah.
taught us how to play football.
Right.
So we had those life lessons. We had like Odell and Woodrow and Big Tyrone.
Yeah, Big
and-
Tyrone,
You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? They always gave
And you know
us
what? I
something.
go back a little more. Remember Mookie?
Yep.
Remember
Yeah.
Mookie, man.
Yeah.
Rest in peace to Mookie.
Keela,
Keela, yeah, all those lifeguards, yeah.
Lifeguards, and down at First Ward you had Zolo
Yeah.
and Mr. Goins, and
Yeah.
all those older people taught us something, set away, and I think that what was put in us as we grow older, we walked away from it. But like you now doing what you doing, what was put in us, it come back around.
Right.
So now it's birthing out of us because
Right.
we suppressed it for so long, and now we at the point of, or the age of where
You want it's time to give it back.
we know
Yeah.
what we are. What was put in us now is birthing out of us.
It's
You know what I'm
birthing out
saying?
of
So
us.
it's like
Right.
we need to be able to put something in these kids, because they're gonna do what they want
wanna
to do,
do.
regardless of whatever.
Yeah.
But it got to come back around to where,
Right.
like Terry, we all had that circle of messing up.
Messing up, right?
But the teaching that we got at an early age, here it is now. Now
Coming
you
back
see
up.
Come back
where
around.
your parents gave you, and now you see what those leaders in the community gave.
Right. That different inspiration and those different characteristics that they put in you. And the thing about that is, with discipline, it helps to train your mind from thinking one way to another. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, it take mental discipline now in order to pick up good habits, in order to stick to them. Like Terry said, being consistent. I was thinking, man, one day, man, we're going to have to all get together, man, and try to start a entrepreneur business class. Some just to teach the younger generation, and be able to teach the ones around here, man, who want to be able to get off in the business and who want to be able to learn, because I love teaching business, man. I love telling people how to get their EINs, man, and put themselves in a corporate capacity. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people don't know you can get a lot done on that side versus your personal side.
Yeah.
Versus your person.
Right. And that's
You
why
know
we
what I'm
need somebody to teach us those things, because we don't know.
Exactly.
Nobody's taking the time out.
That's
to
your
show
gift,
us.
though.
You know what I'm saying?
That's your gift.
Nobody ever
Yeah.
talked to
I
me about
appreciate it too,
all of
man.
that
Yeah,
stuff. You know what I'm saying?
That's your gift.
Right.
That's your gift. That's your gift that you supposed to present to all of us.
Okay.
That's your gift. That's
Right.
yours.
Right.
You feel what I'm
I
saying?
got you.
That's yours. So
I got you.
this is that avenue for you to teach, because that pandemic showed me one thing. It's a lot of money out here that they willing to give you if
Right.
you have your stuff in order.
Right.
If you got a business and you got your EIN number and you got a bank account,
Your taxes filed.
they giving you millions of dollars. They giving you hundreds and thousands of dollars. I've seen it. I've witnessed it.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So just having your stuff together, man. And I go back to this, and for me, man, I'm a former drug addict, homeless dude, man.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying?
Right. So Terry,
Yeah,
what
yeah.
at that point in time, man, coming from that chaotic lifestyle,
Yeah.
what can you take us back to the day and time when you just said to yourself, man, I'm finna clean Terry up, man. This is what I'm finna do.
Man,
I'm tired of this lifestyle, man. I'm ready to throw this old lifestyle down, and I'm ready to pick this new one up.
December
man.
22nd, 1991. I remember it like it was yesterday. Like it was yesterday. I can tell you what I had on, bro. Right? I had a jogging suit. I had a black Adidas jogging suit on. I had a gold necklace on my neck that my mom gave me for my graduation from high school. I had a Buick Park Avenue.
Right.
Right? I'm at a certain area and pawned my car, man, for crack. Right? I wanted that car to be gone more than I did that necklace.
Right.
Because that was a prized possession that my mom gave me, right?
Right.
And sold the car knowing I wasn't going to get it back. The drugs was gone that I used. I still wanted to get high some more. But because I wasn't in my right mind, that very prized possession that I had, I gave it up to the same guy that bought the car from me. Right? I gave that to that person. And knowing when I gave it to him, I would never see it again.
Wow.
It's 3 o'clock in the morning, man. The snow this high. And it was that snow that had like the hard top, like it was hailing or something, and it had the hard top on it. So when you walked through it, your feet was crunching.
Right. Yeah.
Right? I'm 5 miles away from my granddad's house. Right? I walked from way over where I was at. Well, I was on 4th and Kirk. Had nowhere else to go. The gambling joint, they was closing it up, right? And the guy said, well, Big Youngin, that's what they call me. Big Youngin, man, I don't know what to tell you, but you got to go. Right? I watched my car go down 5th Street.
Wow.
Right?
Yeah.
And it was like, to me, like meeting the end. Right then when I saw, I didn't think about it now, but as I got older, I started saying, man, because here I am walking out of the establishment with nowhere to go. And the only possession that I had to get me from where I was at, I sold it for drugs.
Exactly.
Right? So I'm walking, man. And I'm walking, crushing in the snow. And I'm not concerned about how cold I was. I was more concerned about how my grandfather was going to feel about me knocking on his door at 3 in the morning.
Right.
Right? So I walked, I made it here, and I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna share something else with you in just a second, and I walked and I knocked on the door, and then I heard a shotgun rack. Who is it? Says me, Granddad. He opened the door, man. He opened the door, and I walked in, he just stared at me for a minute. And he said, go in there and lay down. All right? So I go in there and lay down, man. And the next morning, he was just a stern person. He never drove in his life. He walked to work every day. This is a true story, man.
Right.
And he never told none of us he loved us, even his kids, bro. But anyway, in order for me to leave out the house again, because I was going back out to get on that same madness. That same madness, bro. I don't know where I was going to get no money from. Christmas 3 or 4 days away. My kids ain't even had no school, no Christmas stuff or nothing, because I'm gone on this stuff at this time. So I had, his favorite chair was over there, right?
Yeah.
So I could have easily left, took a shower, walked out of there, and walked on. Thanks, Granddad, and walked out the door. He decided to sit right where I had to walk to. Right? And as I was coming out, I said, thanks, Granddad. He said, I'll fix you something to eat. Go get that plate and sit down right here. I went and got the plate because you didn't argue with my granddad.
Right, yeah.
Got the plate, sat down and ate. He watching Westerns. It's hot in here, man, but it's cold outside. And he sit and he started off the same way. You know you don't have to. And I'm thinking he getting ready to chastise me, but he didn't. He didn't. He said, you know, out of all my grandkids, I just knew you had it together. He said, I knew. He said, you was the one I didn't have to worry about. He kept telling me this. Right? And I'm like, yeah, I'm ready to, I done ate now, I'm full, I'm ready to go get high. I still got the same clothes on. Nah, frostbitten in 2 toes from walking. I can't feel, I don't have feeling in 2 toes right now from being frostbitten. And they black. And I can I can take my shoe off and it's like God gave me a reminder. This is, you feel what I'm saying? This is
what
where
you could go back to.
Yeah. This is, so my granddad, after a while, man, he just said, I loved you, man. He said, I love you. And in that instant, it was over. I was up like this. It's like urging to get high. As soon as he said it, bro, I did just like this. I swear on my mama.
Like a calmness went through you. Took the urge away.
I did just like that, man. And I sat back and I listened to him for like another 2 hours, bro. And I sat there and watched the Westerns with him for the rest of the day. And this was what was even crazy. That next day, 2 days later, he told me, he said, go make it right with your kids. He got me a ride to the house, man, to go talk to my kids, man. Right? And gave me a few dollars. to get to my kids for Christmas, man.
Wow.
Right?
Wow.
Yeah. Now check this out. Every milestone that I made after that, I made sure he knew about it. Granddad, I got an interview.
Wow.
Granddad, I got a job, because of what we talked about
Wow.
15 minutes
Right.
ago. That positive affirmation, that positive.
Yeah.
I remember when I first bought my first car, man. I showed it.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Your
showed
accomplishments.
every little step, every little thing I was doing, man. And see, when he got to his years later, man, when he got to his deathbed, I was at work, and my aunt called and she said, "Granddaddy want to talk to you." I said, "Where he at?" And he was out at this nursing home out here, and we went and talked, and I went in there. The rest of them, we always had this thing between us. It was just always just me and him, man.
Right.
And he said, "You know, I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. I knew you was gonna get back. Knew it. Knew you was gonna. Proud of you."
Yeah. How did that feel, man? How did it make you feel,
man, it broke me down, bro.
Right. Yeah.
Like
yeah.
it's doing right now.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Man, because he took enough time out, man.
Right.
And you just never know when you make a comment to somebody
How far
what
that
it's gonna do,
comment
man.
gonna do,
You
yeah.
don't know, bro.
Right. Right.
And because of him doing that, I am who I am now.
Yeah.
Because of him just taking that time out to feed me, man. That was the biggest thing he ever could have done for me, bro.
And you know what, Terry, man?
I'm sorry.
You know, no, to that, man, Terry, don't always, man. This show, man, is about feelings and it's about letting go and getting things out. But I just want to let you know, man, today we give you your flowers and we want to say thank you, man. You know what I'm saying? Because the person that he made you is the person that he gave to us.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That validation that he put in you and you kept working hard and accomplishing what you needed to accomplish. Now you able to get that energy and you get that passion and you get that genuine love back.
Yeah, ain't no question, man.
So from Saginaw, we just want to say thank you, man.
Right on,
We want to
bro.
give your
Appreciate it.
you
Thank you,
know
man.
the children you've been.
Thank
you too, Dre.
I got to just that story right there just take me to back what I said about him in the beginning of how he showed me these houses.
Right.
That was his granddaddy almost saying, you know, putting something in him to give to somebody else. Look, you can do this too.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm gonna show you something instead of being, I'm keeping this to myself. He shared that with me and said, hey, you can do this too. And he come over every day and tell me that
I love
day.
you. We
I
pray.
love you.
And that's what it's
I'm
about.
proud of every day.
Every day. And we pray.
Man.
We
Yeah.
pray
Proud
together.
of you.
People don't know that. We pray. We'll sit in his car. We'll sit in the building. We did it on the phone. We do it on the phone.
Yes,
we
do.
pray, and people don't know that.
Yeah.
But that ain't for them to know.
No. Yeah.
We do this every single day, every day, and we give positive affirmation to each other every single day, every day.
And what it seemed what it seemed like is that, you know, that stimuli is being offsetted by each other. You know, they steady passing it down, and that's what we got to do as a community, as a neighborhood, as black people. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Being able to just put that validation, that good job.
Yeah.
Man, how you doing today?
Yeah.
You look nice.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, I liked what you did the other day,
Yes,
man.
sir.
You know, just that you don't know how that little validation can go. You know, so don't get in the habit of tearing people down all the time. And you know, even though a person might not be substandard and you know not up to your part, that's not your job to tell.
That's right.
Your job is to help build that person up. You know, at the end of the day. So if we not helping building each other up, then we just tearing each other down.
That's it.
And we going backwards that way.
That's it.
You know. So,
Man, that's a good word.
you know, the name of my show is YatlifeChronicles, and the theme is we better together than separate.
Right, no question.
Give me some of your thoughts on that, Dre.
I can't do nothing but agree. Because look at us here now. You know what I'm
we
saying?
better together than
Look at
separate.
it, like I say, we do that for one another, and just think if it was a lot of us together doing that. You know, if it
That
was a lot
same
of
thing,
us
being able to pass that
that
spark down.
around,
Yeah.
you know, it would strengthen us as a group to be strong in the community, and the community would eventually latch on.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Everybody would grab on to what's going on, and it would grow.
It creates
And
a
with-
movement, man.
A movement, and like what Terry say, that consistency.
Consistency,
Yes.
man. Consistency
Yeah.
far outweigh anything else, and having good character, man. I remember one other thing that my granddad told me, man. He said, if you ain't gonna do something, stop telling them you gonna do it.
Right.
And it took me back one time. I was standing in the park. I was standing at Vets Park, and my man was having a party, and he said, "T, hey man, come through, man. Come to my party." And I said, "All right, man. I'm gonna come through there." And when I walked away, my granddad rang in my ear. This was like 5 or 6 years ago.
Right.
My granddad had been deceased for a while, man, but it rung in my ear.
Yeah.
Terry, you shouldn't have told him that because you know
No,
you're
you
not
ain't
going.
Going.
You know you're
You
not
know
going.
you're not going.
Yeah, you know you're not going,
Right.
man. And since then, I've been kind of training myself not to tell somebody I'm gonna do something if I'm not gonna do it. Yeah.
That's powerful.
And a lot of people like that big announcement.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
Of telling somebody they gonna do something, and a lot of time nothing be executed.
Yeah, right on.
You know, so that's a lot of times you have to keep stuff to yourself.
Yeah, right
you
on.
know what I'm saying?
Right on.
You know, so like I say,
This
Terry,
is good, bro.
thank you, man. Thank you, man.
This
I'm
power
proud
in
of
this,
you.
bro.
I'm proud of you.
I'm
doing
proud
it.
of you,
Thank
bro.
you,
That's
man.
power
It's-
in that, man.
Thank you,
That's
man.
powerful, bro.
It shows
You
a
know,
lot.
because like I said, man, and I've been wanting to get down here, man, just real anxious to get down here, man, be able to talk to these guys, man,
God's
get their
timing,
thoughts,
bro.
man.
God's time.
God's
man.
timing.
It's His timing, not
It's
ours.
time. It's time.
Because Dre usually be over there working right
Yeah.
now.
right.
It's God's timing,
And it be
man.
busy up in here,
Yeah.
so
yeah.
just think, we sitting here just talking, and here you come.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Time.
yeah.
And a lot of people have to realize that, man, timing is everything.
Yes, it is.
Sometimes you have to listen to them hunches, man. You have to listen to them thoughts, man, that's telling you it's time to go.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, you can't be around a lot of noise. You can't be around a lot of company. You can't be around a lot of tumultuous things where they
Right.
drowning those positive thoughts out, drowning those positive hunches out
Yeah.
of you, as to where you can't hear yourself think.
Right on.
You know, so you have to. How important is that, man? To be businessman, to get that personal time. I'm saying, get away from the employees, your wife, everybody, and just be able to get that relaxed time,
He can
man.
tell you what I say every day. Listen, when I get out the bed and get in my car, that radio don't come on. Ever. It never comes on.
Need
That
that
is
solace,
my
that
time
peace.
to commune with God or whoever people believe in. That is my time to commune from my house in Bridgeport here. No radios.
No radio.
None whatsoever.
Getting that peace and that tranquility. in
Yeah,
the morning.
because my prayer is the same every day. Make my spirit sensitive to who's ever in need of my assistance, and give me the wisdom and the understanding to be able to help that person.
Ooh.
That's my prayer every single day.
Let's get that again, Terry. We gonna make that our prayer.
Yeah, every
Say that
single
one more
day.
time.
It's always the same. Always. It said, make my spirit sensitive to who's ever in need of my help, and make me aware, or give me the wisdom and the understanding to be able to help and deliver to that person.
Wow, that's powerful.
Yes, it is.
That's powerful.
I do that every single morning, bro. Every morning. And people, you know, it's weird how people are. And we talk about consistency. Man, I remember when I first opened it, man, he fake. But I've been the same way since I had this door
Since
open.
day one.
Since day one. If you need my help, I'm right here.
Right.
And I'm not going to listen to you badger me either, though.
Right.
You know what I mean? I'm not
Right.
going to be a pushover either. I'm not a punk by no means.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying?
Exactly.
But sometimes those people that come in hollering be the one that need the help the most. And God placed that in my spirit to understand that. The ones that come in here hollering, them the ones that really need our help, bro.
They crying out.
They
for
crying
it.
out and we just don't know. They're coming in, yeah, my tire, man. And I say, hey, hold on. You don't worry about the tire. How can we get you together? And then they'll tell you, they like, well, I had a situation with but it's okay.
It's okay. It's
okay.
gonna get taken care of.
It's gonna get taken care of. But I'm mad at my husband or my girlfriend or whatever, you know. That was the real problem.
Right.
It had nothing to do with me.
Bringing outside issues into your
Right.
business.
Yeah.
Right.
Let's change the vibe. Let's change the vibe.
Right.
Let's change it. You know what I mean?
And that come from and you know, him being an entrepreneur is just his destiny. You know what I'm saying?
Right on.
Because
Thank you, man.
a lot of times you have to be able to be in a personal and know a person's psychology.
Yeah.
You got to know the psychology of a person and understand that you can't think, okay, so if that person would have came in Terry shop, I'm going to tire this and this and that. And Terry say, well, I don't this and that. So now we got a big battle.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But Terry and how his mind thinks is that I'm not in my mind.
Right.
I'm at work. I
Yeah.
put down my issues and whatever I had going on in my life, I dropped it off at the door when I walked in to work. So now he's able to understand each and everybody that comes through that door because he takes himself out of his own mind and puts himself in his
And
customer's
God giving
mind.
me a piece to deal with it.
And giving them a piece to deal with it. So as entrepreneurs, we got to be able to step outside our own mind and the monologue and how we looking at this person, the prejudices and the biases and all these different things that we have going on in our head that make us look at people in different ways.
Yeah.
You know, so that's what I'm saying is that it's important for God, it's important for you guys to be able to step out and understand other people, step out in other people's brains so you can see life through their eyes and understand them and be able to be calm with them and be able to be tranquil with them.
So good.
You know.
So good. Good word.
Yeah.
Good word.
Yeah.
Good word.
So, man, I just wanted to thank these guys, man, for coming down, man, and letting me interview them, man.
Right
It's
on.
been a pleasure. You
I
know
gotta
what I'm
have
saying?
this, man.
I
You
think
gotta-
it's been more of a pleasure for me, and I might speak for him, it's more of a pleasure for us to be able to sit and talk to you.
Yeah, right on.
Man,
Yeah,
and
right on,
man,
I know a little bit about you.
thank you,
So
man.
I get it.
Thank you.
I get it.
Thank you.
So, and the thing is, some things are better unsaid.
Definitely.
There
And
you go.
I know I can come in and I see what you're trying to do, and I know your background and where you come from. It's my job as not only a business owner but a leader to make sure I help you in however way I can, because your character has spoken for itself since I really got to know you a little bit.
Exactly.
I know more about you than you think I know.
Right.
You feel what I'm
Right.
saying? So with that being said, I want to help
Exactly.
because I know where you come from.
Man, and I appreciate
Yeah,
that.
I
man.
know where you
thank
come
that.
from,
I
bro.
thank you for
Yeah,
that, man.
yeah,
I
bro.
thank you for that, man. And at the end of the day, man, you know, them are my flowers. You know
Right
what I'm
on,
saying?
right
Them are my flowers, man. My heart is full of bliss right now.
Right
You
on.
know what I'm saying? This has been one of the most special podcasts I've done.
My man.
you know, this has been one of the most special podcasts I've done.
Right on.
You know, so you guys on IG?
I'm not.
Me, I'm lying.
We old heads, man.
Yeah,
So where they can catch you out on social media?
Oh well, I just most people. I got 5,000 friends on Facebook. I'm just on Facebook. That's it.
Okay, where they
That's
catch you on Facebook? Terry Reed?
Terry Reed, yep.
All
Terry
right.
Reed, man with the suit, clean.
Hey man, tell about your business, man. When it come check you out, come down here at Community Auto and see you, man.
Yeah, come down here, man. Listen, man. 2604 East Genesee. We got new tires, used tires. I also sell cars here. But more importantly, I want to make sure you're happy when you leave here, regardless of if it's a word of encouragement or whatever it is, man. That's what I do,
Thank you.
and I appreciate you.
Yeah. And Dre, when can they come down and check out your business?
Brother Arthur's 2522 East Genesee, right next door to Terry, across from Crew's Kitchen. You know, we got the best fish in the area.
Yes, sir.
By far.
Yes, sir.
So you
Yeah.
come on down, we're going to take care of you, make sure you leave out with a smile and bring you back with a happy face again.
And that soul food. Don't forget the soul food.
Definitely
Yeah.
doing
You
that.
got the greens and macaroni.
Thursday
Yeah.
through Sunday.
Yes, sir.
We're putting it
Yes, sir.
down, so check us out
I leave y'all with this, man. Stay prayerful. Put God first, man. Everything else will fall in place.
all the
Yeah.
time.
And like I say, I'll be doing another podcast with these guys soon. You know what I'm saying? There definitely will be a part 2, you know.
Right on.
Because I see we had a lot more that we needed to touch on, but we didn't want to take up you guys' time, you know, it took up almost an hour. So we'd like to thank you guys for tuning in, and you can catch me at YouTube at YatlifeChronicles, Instagram at YachtLife1976, and catch me on Facebook at 42 Yacht Life. This is another edition of Yacht Life Chronicles, where we're better together than separated.
All right.
Peace.